Where has the time gone? I'm about to bring up our last comedian. Right? So sad. Yeah, he's a Navy corpsman, or he was a Navy corpsman, now he's a vet. But before I bring him to the stage, I want to just remind you that ASAP classes are a wonderful, safe, supportive environment for people looking to step outside their comfort zone and enter a creative outlet. And so tonight, when we were coming up with the lineup for the show, and we were like, who should close the show? Well, we could put one of our more experienced comedians, or we could put one of the instructors, or we could put someone who's never done comedy in front of a live audience before. Yeah, that's how we do it. Keep it going, keep it loud for Manny Lutz.
Hello, thank you for coming out. A little bit about me. I'm half German, half Mexican, or a German-Mexican, or as I like to call it, a bratwurst burrito. So I can't speak any of these languages, but the good part about that is both sides of the family have heavy drinking problems. So not understanding what someone says at a family party is pretty good. We actually just celebrated my grandma's 87th birthday. Give it up for her. 87 years old. And I asked her, what's next in life? And she said, she's thinking of running for Congress. I'd vote for her. Speaking of geriatrics in charge, I feel like I'm getting old. I just got diagnosed with tinnitus recently, and I'm pretty bummed about it. My hearing's going bad. It's caused from all the battles that I was in, the battles of the bands. I used to be a drummer, and I didn't wear ear protection at all. But that's all right, we suck. We were called technical difficulties. I'm a big believer in having a creative outlet. For instance, I love horror movies. I just signed up for an art class called blood drawing, and it starts next week. We'll be drawing a hemogoblin, and this is American Red Cross that sponsored me to do this joke, so anyways. I'm originally from El Centro, California. Has anyone ever been there before? All right, great. You probably smelt it if you have, for sure. It's a small town, but it's growing through farming and agriculture, and it'll also have a place. It'll have a place right inside of here. It's called asthma. Yes, from all the pesticides. I have shortness. Well, actually, most kids growing up wrote to Monsanto. I'm just kidding. They wrote to Santa Claus. I wrote to Monsanto. Fumbling up my lines here. Anyways, asthma. It does that to you. The views down there are nice, though. They are shortness of breathtaking. And, yeah. Besides that, I joke around, I'm sorry, but I actually really like my hometown. I got my first job down there as a scientist. Probably not what you're thinking of, a scientist, but you know that goofy guy you see throwing a sign up on the sidewalk? That was me. I was a Little Caesar scientist. It's actually a lot harder than it looks. I had to study Scientology. That was a hot and ready chapter. Anyways. I actually grew up Catholic. Any Catholics? Ooh. I want to use the restroom real quick, yeah. I used to be an altar boy. An altar boy is when you and your friends all wear robes, and you call this one kind of creepy guy the Father. It's a lot like Star Wars. Except we had to keep telling the Father to put his lightsaber away. Kept trying to use the Force on us. All right, let's tone it down a little bit. I used to hate going to confession. Not because, besides the whole demoralizing part, I just felt like my jokes were, or my sins weren't that good. My jokes are great. So I felt my sins weren't that good, so I would confess as if I was Garfield, the cat. So 4 Our Fathers and 6 Hail Marys for stealing your dad's lasagna. It's a pretty good deal, all right? This one time I lost my Harry Potter book at church, and it took the father 20 minutes in to realize he was reading The Sorcerer's Stone. I laughed pretty hard because I was pretty sorcerer's stone myself. Speaking of which, I used to get high before church. Not my proudest moment, but I had this friend named Scott. He was a Blockbuster video scientist. And we would smoke weed together all the time. And then one day, he got arrested for selling drugs. It was terrible. And then I joined the Navy. I guess I got out of there scot-free. All right. Anyways, pills were good too. I like to take Xanax. Yeah. As you can tell, obviously. And then it became a problem. My friends started calling me Zanny Trejo. My life's a lot more chill these days. I just got married, you guys. 5 years ago. To my wife. It's incredible. I love it. And we paid for everything up front, thanks to the Monsanto settlement for my asthma. Yes, Monsanto Claus is real. He will come down the chimney in a hazmat suit, and he'll drop off a check, and then he'll leave like a chemtrail in the night. Thank you for your time.